Hi, welcome to Karen K Reviews. Today I am reviewing Abbott Elementary Season 2, Episode 10, Holiday Hookah. This episode's opening scene takes place in the school library where Zach, Jacob's partner, is volunteering to teach students caroling. According to Jacob, he's in a flow state and won't answer unless the question is sung. Then Jacob messes up the vibe by attempting to sing and is totally off key. Zach says he now doesn't feel so bad about him not coming to visit him and his family. Our first conflict is introduced when Janine explains in her confessional that she is going out with Erica to a hookah bar. Just because of how Janine is, we know that this is going to be interesting and awkward. And right now, Janine is rebuilding herself, so I'm glad to see her do something out of her comfort zone. Next, the faculty and staff are having a holiday gifts exchange. Several people end up getting Ava's name, of course, and Janine actually leaves out early to get ready for her night out, which surprises Greg. Melissa and Barbara explain their tradition of having Christmas dinner at night after the school closes for winter break. It's their only time to really relax when everything gets so busy during the holidays. Of course, Jacob tries to hint for an invitation since he's by himself for Christmas. Melissa doesn't go for it, but Barbara decides to invite him. Jacob almost ruins their Christmas dinner by constantly giving random downer facts about Christmas, but after some advice from Mr. Johnson, he saves the dinner by buying some gifts from the store across the street from the school. He confesses that he has always had bad feelings about Christmas, but realizes that just because he doesn't like Christmas doesn't mean he should ruin it for other people, and that he should make a good Christmas memory now with Barbara, Melissa, and Mr. Johnson. Janine goes out and is nervously waiting in line, which is made worse by running into Greg unexpectedly and then later on Ava. For Janine and Greg, at first the vibe is basically dead after these run-ins, but then she and Greg start talking and then dancing, which of course was kind of giving awkward middle school dance vibes, but it's them, so it makes sense. Of course, Ava messes this up by making them feel awkward. They have a lot of moments this episode and almost kiss, but Greg's phone rings and it's Amber telling him to meet her at a bar not far away. After Greg leaves, Greg's friend Maurice starts talking to Janine, even though Greg asked him not to earlier, and it looks like there could be some chemistry between these two as well. Here are a few stray observations. Janine can be extra, but I really like that she made her students feel included by giving them cookies that were inclusive. One of my favorite lines from this episode came from Barbara when she said Santa Claus just had a heart attack when Ava walks into the gifts exchange. Ava, stop limiting yourself. That's what got you in a dead-end job at a poorly run school. And then Greg saying, can't argue with that, was hilarious because there are some moments as a teacher that make you feel like, how did I end up here? Wine at school is probably not allowed at any school at any hour. Also, most teachers practically run out of the school after Christmas and when school lets out for Christmas and maybe meet up at a restaurant if they want to go out, but we usually do not want an extended stay at the school. I never thought that Janine's hair was supposed to be her actual hair, and I thought that it was supposed to be a wig, so the comment that it was going to get straightened kind of threw me off. Ava's entrance to the club was classic Ava. I wouldn't have expected anything less from her. We can add not dancing when he doesn't like the song so the DJ doesn't get the wrong idea to Greg's list of Gregisms. He might have just been awkwardly joking, but it definitely sounds like a sentiment he would have. I just love how uniquely written all of the characters are on this show. I loved Ava's reaction to seeing Greg and Janine dancing. Pour me something cheap so I can spit it out. I'm also not surprised that Ava said she had been dating her man for 2 years, but he had been dating her for 5, or that he's a baller. It all fits her style. It was sweet of her to invite Janine to go out with them. That's the second time this season that she's been really nice to Janine, even though she really did mess up Greg and Janine's dancing moment earlier this episode. I definitely get why Greg and Janine were so awkward. I honestly mostly go out to places where there is a slim chance of seeing anyone from work because I like keeping work and my personal life separate. I loved how when Greg was talking about the snow being beautiful, we all know he actually meant Janine. I want to see more of the dynamics of Greg's relationship with Amber. I just don't see the potential for chemistry between those two based on what we know about Greg and what we've seen so far from Amber. It looks like Janine may be getting a new love interest, which was what I wanted, but I didn't want them to be connected to Greg. That's going to get messy. Also, something about his personality kind of reminded me of Tariq a little bit, but we shall see. However, I did like that he remembered and talked to her about the egg drop. But like I said, we'll see. Overall, I give this episode an A+. I like seeing some of the Abbott crew outside of the school and that we are still getting the growth in Janine's character. What are your opinions on this episode? Comment down below. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching.